What if I told you that this Bustier blouse does not have any kind of padding, no wording on this design? So if you want to learn how I made this, continue to watch this video. Designers, welcome to Lucky Gay YouTube channel. So in this tutorial, I'll be learning this Bustier blouse with scallop neckline and flare out from the waistline. So if you're new here, please click on the subscribe button to subscribe. Let's get into the tutorial. So we're going to start off with your basic body, so make sure you draft your basic bodies already. If you don't know how to draft this, just check the comment section. I'm going to leave the link to the tutorial in the comment section. So draft your basic bodies, then come back to watch this video. So right here, I'm just showing us my on the bust line. So mark your on the bust line and label it like I did here. UB, that's your on the bust line. So once you're done with that, the first thing we always do for a bustier is the on the bust tightening. Okay, so there's a detailed tutorial for you to understand how you can do your on the bust tightening, over bust tightening, and even yoke tightening. The link will be in the comment section too. So I just the method I use here is you're going to check whatever you have on your on the bust. So you skip the dots. So you check what you have there, skipping the dots. So I have 7.875 here, and my on the bust measurement is 28 divided by 4, that's 7. So I'm supposed to have 7 there. So I have 7.875. That means I have excess of 0.875. So that's what I divided into 2 and take it on both sides of the dot there and use that for my on the bust tightening. To understand this better, just check the link in the comment section. So I moved to my mid shoulder and connect it to the bust point here. Okay, can you see? So just mark the midpoint between your neck point and your shoulder point and connect it to your bust point here. So the next thing I'm doing now is the shoulder tightening. This is standard so that your neckline will not gape. So just take half inch from your neck point and connect it to your shoulder point. Easy peasy, right? Then from my basic neckline, I want to mark the depth of my V neckline. So I want to do a V neckline before we do the scallop rather. So I mark 6.5 here, and I'm going to open the neck width by 1 inch. Okay, so that's just I just want to open the neckline by 1 inch there. You can decide to do that or just use your basic neckline. So I connect that together for a V neckline, but I'll still change this as we move on in the tutorial. So this is the alteration that we did at the front for now. Okay, so let's move to the back and do some alteration at the back before we come back to the front. So at the back here, I'm going to mark the midpoint between my neck point and shoulder point and connect it to the dot here on the chest line. So once I'm done with that, I'm going to open the neckline just like I did at the front by 1 inch. Okay, the neck width open by 1 inch. Then I want to drop the neckline at the back by just 1 inch. So the neckline at the front is deep already, so we don't really need to have a very deep neckline at the back. It's not compulsory. If you want it to be deep, you can actually do that. So once I'm done with that, I'll do neck tightening at the back by 0.25. You know, at the front we did 0.5, but at the back your neck tightening is just 0.25. So now I'm just going to go ahead to label my pattern at the back. So for the back here, you're just going to cut 2 pieces for each side. That's the center back and the side back. So we do that, and I will move this to one side. So right now we come back to the front. We need to create this scallop neckline, and like I told us, I will drop down the neck. This is optional. If you don't want to do this, it's totally your choice. You can just create your scallop. Okay, so I want to create my scallop now. So before creating scallop, like I said, I will drop down the neckline. So I'll connect from the neck width, okay, to the bust point. Okay, I connected to the bust point like this. Can you see? Then I will create my scallop. So I use freehand to create the scallop design. Can you see how I created this? So you can actually measure it. But I use my freehand. I just want to just quickly do it, and just I did like 3 there. So from that, can you see how I just created? So you need to create like half circle. So a scallop design just like half circle like this. Okay, so that's how I created. You can actually make it smaller than these. You can create more of these, so it depends on what you want. So that's exactly what I did here. Can you see? This is beautiful, right? So this is my scallop neckline. If you want, you can actually have it this way, or you can just have a V neckline if that's what you want. So can you see? So right now I'm going to cut out my pattern. We have done the bustier by tightening the on the bust. We've done the scallop neckline. So the next thing we need to do now is to add the flare from the waistline. So I need to close my bust that first and do some alterations that we need to do before we start off with that. So I tape down my pattern. Can you see I close my bust that I open it and close? So once you close it, if there's any shift, just blend it out like I did here. Okay, so once I'm done with this, I will cut out all my pattern. So all the excess that I have on this pattern, the dots, all the everything, just cut it out. Okay, because we still need to do some more alterations like the goals. So let's just go ahead to cut this out. So make sure you cut out everything. Okay, you cut out your pattern. So I will quickly do that. Then we start adding the flare. That's the goal, to make this a flare out blouse. So make sure you cut out everything. Okay, so here is my pattern set for the front and the back. So now we need to add extra pattern paper to this. So I'm going to add extra pattern paper here. Can you see I've added pattern paper? So we need to add extra here so we can add gold. So what I'm adding here is I'm going to mark 3 inches. So once you add extra pattern paper to your pattern, you add extra 3 inches from the M, then connect it to the waistline. Okay, so what we had here, like a triangle, like half triangle, something like that, is called gore. Gore is called gore. So on the center front here, you see that I only added to one side, but for the side front, we're going to add it to two sides. Okay, the two sides. So can you say I added 3 inches here? Then that's the from the side towards the side front, the center front. Then on the other side, that's the side front. I'm going to add 3 inches. Okay, so that's two sides. If you want, you can actually add to the center front. So that means your center front is going to have joining. But I want mine to be cut on fold. So that's why I add to only one side. So right here, can you see I marked 1 inch above here at the side front and connect. So you don't want the side to be sharp, so that's why I did that. So you can do 1 inch or less or even more. Okay, can you see how I did this? So this is what we call go. So you're going to do the same thing at the back, but for your back, you're going to add it to all the sides, the center back, the side back, every side here. So I'll just do exactly what I did at the front. So this can be a little bit fast, so I just don't want to take our time because it's just the same process. Just repeat it, mark it, add it from the hem, connect it to the waistline like this. Okay, so do this for the back, for the center back too. Okay, so we're going to do that. So just add extra 3 inches, but at the side back, just like at the side front, you're going to mark 1 inch up. So you can do 1 inch, 1.5, or even 2, depending on how curvy you want it. So you don't want the side to be so sharp, so you want it to be a little curvy there, but this is not so curvy. So you can do 1.5 or 2 inches depending on the curve you want at the side. So I'm just going to go ahead to cut out the excess paper. So what we added to this our pattern to give it this flare, okay, is called go. That's it. So let's cut this out, and you're just going to, this is our pattern set right here, right? So let's cut this on the fabric. So here is my fabric. Can you see I've cut it out? I added seam allowances round where it is needed. So add seam allowance that you normally add to your fabric. So I ironed yesterday on my fashion fabric, but then I ironed yesterday on my lining. It's not so compulsory. If you want, you can actually iron your stay on your lining too if you want to. So you can see that I'm going to just sew this without any pad. Okay, I don't want to pad my bustier. So your how well your bustier come out is depends on your contouring. So how good your contouring is. So if you do a good contouring, your bustier should come out perfect even without padding. So the extra padding is just for support, which if you want or not. So can you see this is center front here? So can you see? So I will get the side front, then join these together at the side. So just the same sewing that we usually do. So I will just join this together at the side. So the same thing with the lining. So the center back to you join it to the side back, and I'll go ahead and join everything together, then bring it back to show us. We're almost done with this tutorial. Okay, designers, look at the bust here. So I want to show us this. Like, look at the bust here. There's no pad. I'm going to show us the inside so we can see that there is no single pad here. So I'll just show us right now. Look at the bust. Once you do your contouring very well and you sew it nicely, look at the inside here. There is no pad here. So I just want to show us that it's possible to make your bustier without padding. So you can make it optional, and if you want to make it, it's not like you cannot add your pad. It's not a must you make it this way. If you want, you can actually make it this way or not. So I didn't add any pad to it. So you just take your your back pattern, I mean your back fabric, so join it to the side, at the shoulder, at the side, then incorporate your lining, and you're good to go. Okay, so the same way you join your fashion fabric is the same way you're going to join your lining. So I just repeat the same thing, and you fix a zipper, you have your bustier. So this is the finished work of the blouse. Do you get? So that'll be all for this tutorial. See you in my next video. So if you've not subscribed to this channel, please click on the subscribe button to subscribe. Thank you very much. See you in the next tutorial. Bye.